Detroit's skyline is about to change forever. A billion-dollar proposal threatens to erase a landmark that has stood as the city's beating heart for nearly half a century, the Renaissance Center. Once a symbol of progress, this towering structure is now labeled an obstacle to the future. General Motors and city planners believe demolishing parts of it will revitalize Detroit. But critics fear this move will destroy history in the name of progress. Is this the boldest urban renewal project in America, or a reckless erasure of Detroit's identity? Should a city sacrifice its past to build its future? The Renaissance Center, RenCen, once hailed as a representation of Detroit's economic renaissance, is now the subject of a large-scale and controversial reconstruction project. In order to improve the city's skyline and accessibility to the waterfront, the billion-dollar plan aims to partially demolish and redesign the iconic structure. The supporters of this project argue that the enhancement is vital for revitalizing downtown Detroit and improving the metropolitan infrastructure. Conversely, critics argue that this initiative is merely a risky bet. As Detroit navigates its changing identity, the future of the RenCen has sparked a passionate discussion regarding advancement, conservation, and the direction of the city. The Renaissance Center was created by architect John Portman and funded by the Ford Motor Company. When it was inaugurated in 1977, its unique and exceptional design, consisting of 7 linked towers, represented the city's desire to transform itself. The center of the building consisted of a 73-story massive hotel, which was considered the highest structure in Michigan. Built for $500 million, which is roughly comparable to $3.9 billion now, it was the greatest private real estate investment in Detroit's history at the time. The complex's significance as a center for commerce, tourism, and culture increased in 1981 when 2 additional towers were added. However, its design posed difficulties. The visually impressive fortress-like building fostered a feeling of separation from the nearby city, restricting walkable access and community involvement. In 1996, General Motors purchased the Renaissance Center, turning it into its worldwide headquarters and spending more than $1 billion on upgrades to refresh the area. In spite of these endeavors, the complex found it challenging to completely merge with Detroit's transforming urban environment, revealing the challenges of fitting such an iconic building to the city's shifting demands. In recent years, the Renaissance Center has faced significant challenges that have contributed to its decline, reflecting broader shifts in workforce dynamics and urban planning struggles. By 2024, only 20% of the pre-pandemic workforce remained in the RenCen, a stark contrast to its once thriving business environment. Foot traffic has also seen a steep decline. In 2023, overall visitor counts reached only 38.5% of levels before the pandemic, underscoring a significant drop in daily engagement. Previously a vibrant hub for commerce, tourism, and dining, the RenCen now faces challenges in drawing regular foot traffic, affecting the businesses that depend on a reliable influx of visitors to survive. Initially designed as an autonomous urban fortress, its configuration separates it from the nearby city, complicating its transformation for contemporary mixed-use projects. The complex's sheer scale and structural limitations make conversion efforts costly and complex, leading to underutilization and a growing debate over its future in a rapidly evolving Detroit. In collaboration with real estate firm Bedrock, General Motors has presented a $1.6 billion redevelopment plan in order to renew Detroit's skyline. In contrast to RenCen's remote, fortress-like design, the proposal aims to create a vibrant, mixed-use setting that combines public, residential, and hospitality areas. An essential aspect of the redesign is the creation of a pedestrian promenade designed to provide a direct connection between downtown Detroit and the waterfront. This updated design emphasizes pedestrian accessibility and community involvement by transforming raised buildings into green areas, parks, and open squares. As part of the transformation, General Motors plans to move its global headquarters to a newly constructed site at the former J.L. Hudson department store location in 2025. This action will enable GM to upgrade its corporate offices while creating space for the redevelopment of the Renaissance Center into a more community-focused destination. Architecturally, the project envisions a significant departure from RenCen's original towering design. A more condensed glass podium structure will extend toward the river, incorporating a mix of retail, dining, and event spaces. Low-lying structures and planted areas will replace large parking lots and disjointed sections to create a more open and welcoming atmosphere that will better balance Detroit's urban and natural features. To renew the city's downtown, stimulate economic expansion, and enhance Detroit's attractiveness as a contemporary livable city, the redevelopment is considered a crucial initial step. The Renaissance Center's $1.6 billion renovation is supported by both public and private money, showing both government and corporate commitment to changing Detroit's urban environment. Bedrock is contributing the most to the project with $1 billion, while General Motors has contributed $250 million. The leftover $250 million will be obtained from public resources, drawn from contributions by state and local governments. The distribution of taxpayer funds has ignited a heated debate, with passionate viewpoints on either side concerning the need and morality of public funding for a privately led project. Critics of the funding plan argue that public money should not be used to support a multinational corporation and a billionaire-owned development firm. They point out Detroit's persistent financial issues, drawing attention to concerns such as insufficient public services, elevated poverty rates, and infrastructure problems, which they think should be prioritized over financing a major reconstruction project. On the other hand, supporters of the redevelopment believe that the project will produce substantial economic advantages for Detroit. They claim that the renovation of the Renaissance Center will generate thousands of jobs in construction, real estate, and service sectors, offering essential employment options. Aside from that, they anticipate that the project will boost tourism, attract new businesses, and increase property values, all of which will increase the city's tax revenue. Supporters also point out how the project might improve public spaces by making them more accessible, creating parks and plazas, and making the riverfront a more hospitable destination for residents and visitors. The proposed redevelopment of the Renaissance Center has sparked a wave of criticism and concerns, with opponents highlighting issues related to historical preservation, gentrification, and economic viability. While the plan aims to modernize Detroit's skyline and improve connectivity, many question whether the changes will truly benefit the city's residents in the long run. One of the primary concerns is the historical significance of the Renaissance Center. Designed by renowned architect John Portman and completed in 1977, the complex was an ambitious symbol of Detroit's economic resurgence. For many people, it signifies an essential period in the city's architectural heritage, as its avant-garde design and link towers exemplify modernism. Critics contend that tearing down sections of the complex threatens to eliminate a significant aspect of Detroit's identity. Reconciling the demand for redevelopment with the city's architectural legacy presents a challenge, since maintaining vital aspects of the RenCen while enhancing its functionality necessitates thoughtful planning and respect for its historical significance. Gentrification is a significant issue, as extensive redevelopment initiatives frequently result in the removal of low-income residents and local businesses. Although the RenCen is not a housing development, the nearby regions may experience higher property values and living expenses because of greater investment. Critics are concerned that longtime Detroit inhabitants could be unable to afford their neighborhoods, and small, locally owned enterprises might find it difficult to compete with new upscale developments. Ensuring that the benefits of redevelopment extend beyond affluent newcomers and large corporations is a pressing issue that city planners must address. The economic viability of the project is also under scrutiny, particularly in light of changing work trends. The rise of remote and hybrid work models has significantly reduced the demand for traditional office spaces, leading critics to question whether transforming the RenCen into a mixed-use hub will be sustainable in the long term. While supporters claim that residential, hospitality, and public areas will generate new chances, doubters fear that Detroit's market might not accommodate such a bold transition. The difficulty is in making sure that the redevelopment both rejuvenates the region and stays flexible to the changing economic environment of the city. As the project moves forward, addressing these concerns will be vital in deciding if the Renaissance Center's transformation can genuinely act as a model for urban renewal, or if it will turn into another instance of development that favors corporate interests over community requirements. The upgrade of the Renaissance Center is still at a preliminary phase, with numerous essential actions needed prior to the commencement of construction. Obtaining permission from state and local authorities is necessary for the approval process, which guarantees that the project complies with urban planning guidelines and zoning laws. Legislators and local officials must also finalize the public financial commitments before deciding how to allocate the $250 million in taxpayer funds. Community involvement will be vital in influencing the project's ultimate design. Engaging in conversation with Detroit residents, business owners, and stakeholders is crucial to tackle issues related to historical preservation, gentrification, and economic influence. Guaranteeing openness and community involvement may aid in securing wider backing for the redevelopment. After approval, efficient project management will be essential to maintain the redevelopment schedule. Supervision will be necessary to guarantee on-time finishing, compliance with the $1.6 billion budget, and consistency with the project's objectives of rejuvenating the area while preserving Detroit's cultural and architectural heritage. Even though the Renaissance Center's future remains uncertain, its proposed renovation could significantly change Detroit's skyline and urban landscape. If carried out effectively, the project could rejuvenate the downtown area, enhance connectivity, and draw in new businesses and residents. However, factors such as community impact, economic sustainability, and historical conservation must be addressed cautiously. And that's all there is to cover in this video. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button for more videos like this. Which of these upgrades impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments below.